Yo, I am the biggest Slaughterhouse fan, so when I heard King Crooked and Joell Ortiz are dropping another Slaughterhouse album, like, bro, yo, I am super hyped. Like, I can't wait for this album. But unfortunately, Joe and Royce do not feel the same. They're not on the same page, and I'm gonna explain why. What up, it's GTech. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. In this video, I wanted to cover the whole controversy and the responses and reaction to Joell Ortiz and King Crooked's new joint album called The Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse. So for those who don't know, Slaughterhouse consisted of Royce the 5'9", Joe Budden, King Crooked, and Joell Ortiz. Initially, they formed in 2008 when they jumped on a song called Slaughterhouse on Joe Budden's album Halfway House. Shortly after, a lot of the fans reacted to the song and really wanted them to join as a group, so they decided to join as a group and call themselves Slaughterhouse. In 2012, they signed to Shady Records, as Royce has connections with Eminem and they're long-term friends, so they decided to sign under Shady Records. In 2012, they signed to Shady Records and dropped an album called Welcome to Our House. Unfortunately, it did not meet expectations with the label and in sales, although it was a #1 rap album at the time. There were a lot of politics involved, a lot of business involved that caused a lot of division and strain between the members, as Joe Budden felt that he didn't feel and the group was not compensated enough in terms of business and the way the money was allocated. Joe Budden claims that Paul Rosenberg and Eminem did not promote and market their brand appropriately, and that Shady Records was not a good fit for Slaughterhouse at the time. In contrary, Eminem really wanted Slaughterhouse to be as big as possible because he did believe in the real hip-hop and lyricism that they all exhibited as a collective and individually. After they dropped their debut album Welcome to Our House under Shady Records, Eminem decided to give them a little bit more creative freedom and wanted to step aside as they worked on Glass House, which was going to be the next album. Unfortunately, it did not manifest. It didn't drop. It never got completed. Over the years, there was further rift between everybody as they tried to get each other to connect and regroup. There was a lot of miscommunication and a lot of business that got involved within the group. Moving fast forward, about 10 years later, Joell Ortiz and King Crook decided to link up and make music as they decide to drop The Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse, which is set to drop March 11th. The album also had a picture of a burning pig. Royce and Joe were not too keen about this venture and they didn't seem too happy about this release. Royce ends up voicing his opinion on Instagram and has this to say about the project. You have 25% ownership equity in a building, let's say an apartment building. You built this building with 3 partners, brick by brick. It's worth millions. Suddenly the value drops because it needs renovations, etc. You and your partners have been talking about when and how this work is going to get done. Y'all just need to agree and on plan of attack. Meanwhile, you and just one of the other partners receive an offer to build another building together, but with just the 2 of you, minus the other 2 partners. Yes, there's a check involved, but just one catch. You have to burn down the building you already have without informing your other 2 partners in order to do so. Would you do it? Didn't think so. Me either. Joe also speaks on his own platform and expresses that he is hurt about this new project and how Joell and Crooked are pushing this music on behalf of Slaughterhouse without them. However, King Crooked and Joell disagree and don't feel that Joe is really hurt, and there might be a bigger story to that. However, Crooked has been known to connected with the guys or had made effort to connect with everybody and trying to get everyone on the same page. There has been effort put forward into getting the guys together. However, it did not work out. But Crooked did try. Crooked explained the project is not to put down Slaughterhouse, Joe, and Royce. It's just meant for them to illustrate their perspective on how it all went down. Crooked and Joell recognize that fans deserve this kind of closure and that they deserve to know what exactly happened to Slaughterhouse. And it's basically a perspective that they've been wanting to talk about for the past 10 years, but they've never had the chance to do it. So I want to hear from you. Do you think that this was right for Joell and Crooked to be pushing the Slaughterhouse brand, using the pig, burning the pig, and telling their side of the story? Or do you think that it's wrong, or that Royce and Joe do have a point and they do have a right to be upset that they're making music and pushing the brand of Slaughterhouse without them? Really excited about this project as a true fan since the beginning. I do feel that we do need closure because for years we've been wondering what really went down. We wanted to hear from each individual member exactly how they felt. We were all just hoping that hopefully they patch things up and try to make music, but it seems like that's not gonna happen. I definitely believe that Joell and Crooked are definitely gonna pull this off, sending that correct message, finally putting Slaughterhouse to bed. It's that closure that we really want as fans. I remember in high school, my friend told me about Slaughterhouse and they showed me the song Onslaught. I think it was on his iPod. When I heard each and every one of them come together on a song, like the lyricism, the chemistry, the the flow, the punchlines, the everything that came together, like it was really just like a four-man machine. I've been a huge fan of Slaughterhouse ever since. When they ended up dismantling as a group, it was really disheartening. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe the channel if you enjoy the content, and I really appreciate all the support, and I will see you in the next one, and I'm out.